Let's talk semiconductors, once one of the hottest investments in the entire market. Now, the group is being tossed around with the term death cross. Christina Partsinevelos is here now with what is driving the sell-off as part of today's Tech Check, and can also explain what the death cross, and every time I say death cross, I'm going to say it like that.
Really dramatic and somber, I hope.
Death cross.
Chip stocks. I got to talk about just the chip stocks in general, the paradox that's really facing this sector. You can have strong performance that's being punished instead of rewarded, and it's beyond chips, it's AI for that matter. But semiconductors right now are among today's worst performers in both the S&P and the NASDAQ. So you just mentioned the SMH. The 50-day moving average is falling below the 200-day moving average. So technically, that is called a death cross. It's a technical term, and typically all you need to know is it signals further drops ahead. It may not always be right, but it's usually a scary sign, hence the term. But custom chip maker Marvell Technology really is epitomizing this trend I mentioned. They beat on earnings last night as well as guidance, only to see its stock plunge 17%. The main excuse, the numbers weren't as high as institutional investors had hoped, or you could say buy-side boogie numbers, whatever you want to call it. Or as Wells Fargo put in a note today, stonks are gonna stonk, but this is an unwarranted reaction in my view. Same story, though, with optical supplier Credo Technology. They had revenue growth, they beat guidance, the stock dropped 14% yesterday, down another 12% today. Even industry leaders aren't immune. Both NVIDIA and AMD reported earnings and forecasts higher than estimate, yet you saw their stocks retreat after the earnings report, and investors really nitpicking details like gross margins for NVIDIA. NVIDIA right now, you can see, is just down quite a bit, having the biggest point impact on the NASDAQ 100 today. You got Broadcom, another drag on the NASDAQ today in terms of a point weighting stance. It stands poised for similar treatment after hours today. Their earnings are out. The stock carries a valuation higher than NVIDIA, adding another layer of investor hesitation going into this name. So many argue the strong fundamentals for chips as a whole are already priced in, while new regulatory concerns like tariffs, chip bans, AI diffusion rules really keep investors cautious, Brian. And in today's hyper-scrutinized market, stellar performance no longer guarantees enthusiasm. It's almost expected.